She was shy and struggling, but one smile made him fall instantly. Rain-slicked streets glistened under the dim glow of the streetlights as Alex hurried through the downtown crosswalk, juggling his umbrella and a briefcase. He was late again, late for a meeting that could make or break his career. Life was a constant rush, and somewhere along the way, he had forgotten the small things, the way people smiled, the way kindness could ripple through a day. Then he saw her. She was crouched by a street corner, struggling with a stack of cardboard boxes and bags that looked far too heavy for her slight frame. Her hair was damp from the drizzle, clinging to her face, but what caught his attention was the nervous, almost apologetic way she balanced the load. He barely knew her, but something about the determination in her eyes made him pause. Alex stepped closer. "Hey, do you need a hand?" She flinched, startled, as if no one had ever offered help without expecting something in return. Then hesitantly she nodded. "Yes, please. Thank you." Her voice was soft, almost hesitant, but there was a warmth to it that immediately tugged at his heart. Together, they managed to stack the boxes onto a small cart. He learned her name was Mia. She was shy, kept her eyes low, and rarely spoke unless spoken to. But something about her quiet strength fascinated him. As they walked toward the shelter where she volunteered, Alex discovered more about her. Mia worked 2 part-time jobs while also tutoring kids in the neighborhood. She didn't complain even when life was hard. She gave her energy to others, even when her own life was chaotic. He had seen selflessness before, but never embodied with such humility. By the time they reached the shelter, Alex was captivated, not just by her beauty, but by her heart. And then it happened. She smiled. It was small, hesitant at first, like the sun peeking through gray clouds. But it lit up everything around her. Alex felt it deep in his chest, a warmth he hadn't realized he'd been missing. In that instant, everything else faded. The deadlines, the stress, the constant noise of his life. All that mattered was her. Over the next few weeks, Alex found himself returning, not for the shelter work, but to see her. They shared coffee, laughed at small things, and slowly, the shy barrier she had built around herself began to crumble. He learned about her fears, her dreams, the quiet ways she made the world better every day. And she, in turn, saw a side of him that no one else had bothered to notice. The part of him that cared, that wanted to make a difference beyond boardrooms and business deals. Then came the twist he hadn't expected. One evening, Mia fell ill. Alex was there immediately, sitting by her bedside, helping with meals, picking up prescriptions, keeping her company. She, the quiet girl who had always cared for others, was now allowing herself to be cared for. And in those moments of vulnerability, their bond deepened beyond attraction. It became mutual respect, compassion, and trust. Weeks later, as she recovered, Alex held out a small notebook. "I made something for you," he said. Inside were little notes, reminders of how incredible she was, things she had done that had inspired him, moments that had made him smile. Mia looked up, tears in her eyes, and smiled. Not just the hesitant smile at the street corner, but a full, radiant smile that seemed to say, "I am seen. I am valued. I am loved." Alex realized then that it wasn't just her smile that had made him fall. It was her heart, her kindness, her courage. In helping her, in being there for her, he had discovered something he hadn't known he needed: the power of simple, genuine human connection. From that day on, Alex's world shifted. Work still mattered, but less than the people around him. And Mia, she continued to shine, now not just quietly, but with someone who saw her brilliance every single day. Because sometimes, all it takes is a small act of kindness and a smile to change everything. After that day, their lives began to intertwine in ways neither of them had anticipated. Alex found himself waking up earlier, not because of work, but because he wanted to check in on Mia, make sure she had breakfast, or simply leave a small note by her door. And Mia, shy as she was, began to open up in small ways, sharing stories of her childhood, her favorite books, even the songs she hummed when no one was listening. One crisp Saturday morning, Alex suggested they take a walk in the park. The autumn leaves crunched under their feet, and the golden sunlight filtered through the branches, warming the chill in the air. Mia laughed at a squirrel chasing a stray leaf, and Alex realized how rare it was for him to feel completely present. No meetings, no deadlines, just this moment. "Do you ever think," Mia said softly, "that maybe life is trying to teach us something, even when it's hard?" Alex looked at her, studying her quiet strength again. "I think it already has," he said. "Meeting you, it's changed the way I see everything. I've been so caught up in my own life that I forgot what really matters." Mia blushed, tucking a strand of hair behind her ear. "And what matters?" He smiled, brushing a leaf off her shoulder. "Kindness, connection, being there for each other. You showed me that." The weeks turned into months. Alex started volunteering at the shelter regularly, not out of obligation, but because he genuinely wanted to help. And Mia, encouraged by his support, began leading a small community program to tutor local children. Their partnership became more than romance. It became a shared mission, a small ripple of goodness spreading outward. One evening, as they sat on a park bench watching the sunset, Alex reached into his jacket and pulled out a small, wrapped box. Mia looked at him curiously. "Open it," he said, heart pounding. Inside was a delicate silver bracelet, etched with tiny words that read, "Kindness changes everything." Mia gasped softly, tears forming in her eyes. "Alex, this is... I don't even..." He gently took her hand. "I wanted you to have something that reminds you every day of the light you bring into the world. You taught me to see it. You taught me to care. You taught me that even the smallest smile can change someone's life. And mine..." Mia smiled, a radiant, confident smile that no longer hid behind shyness or fear. "You've changed my life too," she whispered. In that moment, surrounded by the golden light of the setting sun, they both realized that love wasn't just about grand gestures or dramatic declarations. It was about showing up day after day with kindness, patience, and an open heart. And from that day on, they lived with a simple truth guiding them. Sometimes, one small smile, one act of genuine kindness, can start a chain reaction that transforms not just two lives, but the world around them. The rain that had once seemed like a nuisance now felt like a blessing, a reminder that even in the grayest moments, beauty and connection could appear unexpectedly, if you only notice it. Alex and Mia walked home hand in hand, hearts full, knowing that their story had just begun, and that the quiet, powerful magic of compassion would guide them through every chapter ahead. The weeks after the park bench moment felt lighter for both of them. Alex's world, once ruled by schedules and deadlines, now revolved around small gestures. A cup of coffee waiting at Mia's door, a text checking in, a shared joke over lunch. Mia, shy but steadily growing in confidence, began to open up not just to Alex but to the world around her. One weekend, Alex suggested a casual walk through the local farmer's market. Mia hesitated at first, unsure if she wanted the attention or crowds, but then smiled shyly. They wandered past stalls of fresh produce, baked goods, and handcrafted items. Alex held her hand lightly, giving her space but letting her feel supported. When she paused to admire a display of flowers, he noticed the way her eyes lit up, not with grandeur, but with genuine appreciation for something small and beautiful. "See anything you like?" Alex asked. Mia turned toward him, holding a small bouquet of daisies. They're simple, but they feel happy," she said softly. Alex smiled. "That's what I like about you. You notice the little things." It wasn't a romantic declaration. It was an acknowledgement of her character, her sensitivity, and the gentle way she impacted the world. That subtle admiration became a shared understanding, the foundation of something deeper than infatuation. A few days later, Alex invited Mia to help organize a small fundraiser at the shelter. She hesitated, used to doing everything alone, but eventually agreed. Working side by side, planning and coordinating volunteers, Mia discovered a new confidence in herself. Alex noticed it too, and felt pride swell in his chest, not just for her accomplishments, but for the way she approached life with courage despite uncertainty. Then came an evening that neither would forget. Alex invited Mia to a quiet rooftop terrace overlooking the city. String lights were hung delicately, and soft ambient music played in the background. Mia arrived, unsure why he had